Thank you, everybody. Hi, my name is Pauline. Good afternoon. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm a children's librarian for San Francisco Public Library. Usually I'm at the Richmond branch. We miss doing crafts with you at the library so much. We're so happy to be here, and we're happy to be here with you any way we can. And for these programs to happen, we have a big thank you to the Friends of the SFPL, the San Francisco Public Library, for their generous support of all our special programs. We cannot do this without you, so thank you to the Friends. Every Friday at 3 o'clock for the remainder of 2020, our librarians will demonstrate a different craft project. So the full schedule and the project list and supply list on our program calendar can be found at sfpl.org. Here are some Zoom meeting tips. Please stay muted unless somebody calls on you, and I guess that would be me. And these are like just some basic things to be aware of. The grown-ups in the room, please take a moment to rename your Zoom window to the child or children's names. I saw some of that has already happened, yay. This way I can call out to youth participating in the program this morning. We also ask you to mute yourselves unless called on, and use the raise hand function or wave a hand so that we know that you want some attention or have a question. And feel free to utilize the chat and ask our SFPL staff questions directly. If you want to be sure to see both the craft camera and me, try using the pin function to highlight both windows for your own personal view. We're going to record today's session, so don't worry about missing anything. If you prefer not to be on camera, just turn your video off by clicking stop video. I think that's our housekeeping. And so we are going to make some coupon books today, and that's what we're going to be doing. Again, good afternoon. My name is Pauline, and I am going to share how to make some coupon books with you. When my kids were younger, they're pretty much teenagers now. One of them will be a teenager in January, so I've got no little kids left, but they used to give me coupon books that they made at school. And these were given to me on Mother's Day or Valentine's Day. The ones on my birthday were really great. So something to that effect. The coupon books are good for chores. Those are pretty good to make. Little people for your big people, promise to do a chore in that coupon book. Hugs are always great. A special treat, maybe you're going to give your big person breakfast in bed, or they get an extra 30 minutes in bed without you running in to say, hey, get up, right? Yeah, you name it, whatever you want to do. So today's craft is easy to make, and you can just use items you have at home to make your coupon book. So let's get to it. What you're going to need, pretty much, you just need paper and pencil to do this. So you can just use a piece of scrap paper and flip it over, and you can fold it and fold it again. And you can write coupon book on it for, maybe it's for mama. And on the inside is where you can put your coupons. So you can either, you could make a list with little check boxes like that. So this is what we're talking about in terms of if all you have is a pen and paper, this is how easy it is. So we're going to just do that really quickly just to show you, and I'll get to more complicated, or not complicated, but some things that are, some books that take a little more crafting to do. We did supply you with a list of ideas. So here are some of these lists, some of these ideas. I am really fond of No Whining for 2 hours. That's a good one. That's a good one, little kids and big kids. Breakfast in Bed is in here, Free Chores, a song. Something else that came up, I don't think it's on here, but one of my kids did a ballroom dance class, so maybe dancing would be good too, or just like a free-for-all sort of thing. You can do something like, how about one trip to the library once a month. How about that? So that would be something that, hey, I think I would like to do this, and you could give it to your mom, and mom can look in there and say, oh, it's time for the trip to the library. And we can check that off as it's going along. Okay, I want to show you some examples of what you can use, what's around the house. You could use just some paper from a paper bag and just cut it down to size. And that's what I did. I just sort of cut a piece of paper down to size, and I put a piece of paper in here. This is something I found on online. There are free templates that you can get to, and the library has also supplied some free templates for you. But this was one that I just found it. And right here where it says your event name, that is definitely something that you can change it, you can edit that, and I edit it to this coupon is good for one, whatever you want to put here. This coupon is for you and me only, good for 1 month, something to that effect. So that's the sort of thing that you can put in your coupon book. And I'm just gonna show you some other ones. I made this little teeny one just when I was trying it out. And I used, again, I cut down a piece of paper bag, and I used a pipe cleaner. And all I did was sort of shape it, because pipe cleaners are so fun to just shape. And again, I can go through this with you to show you how I came to this cute little clover shape. Inside, I used those little coupons that I found online. So game night might be something fun to do. Dance, like we were talking about before. Bathroom clean, that's a good one. I love this coupon. That's one of my favorites. I wish somebody would give me a coupon that would have them clean my bathrooms. Dog walking for the whole week. That's a good one too. And that gets you outside, and it lets you be with your dog and get the dog out of the house as well, out from underfoot. So that's another way of doing it. I found an old notebook that had pages in it. I think you can tell where I'm going with this, is that you can do whatever you like with making the coupon books. So what we have, and we've got our templates here, and I also wanted to show you how you can print up the coupon book template on a full sheet of paper, the 8.5 by 11, and make a book that's a little bigger. so that it sort of looks like that. Okay. Or if your printer does it, and this is something I literally just discovered this afternoon because I was trying to print something up and I didn't want to use a lot of paper. And we're talking about upcycling, which means taking things you were going to recycle and using them for another purpose. And so if there's paper that can be used again, then we can go ahead and use that. But in the spirit of saving paper, I found that my printer could put 2 pages on one, and then I could make a smaller coupon book if I felt like it. So for the sake of everybody, if you've printed this one up, I'm going to go with that one so that we can make a book together. What you can do is if you have any construction paper, I have some construction paper here, or you can use a paper bag. Because I think we all have a lot of paper bags these days, right? And it's a pretty big size. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this. So just follow along the lines here. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to cut a few of these just to have them ready. Okay, I think my teenagers have decided to fight right now, so I hope you don't hear them. Because of course I told them not to at this time. All right, so we've got these, and I'm just going to set them aside for now. And I'm going to take this paper bag, and I can kind of measure it. Again, none of this has to be perfect. In fact, it's kind of more charming when it's not. So what you can do is just hold on to the coupon book template that we just cut out. And if you wanted, you could just sort of cut around it like that. Yeah. You can always straighten it out or cut it down even more. You can always make it a little more even if that is what you'd like to do. All right. So here is a potential cover. If you have a glue stick or tape, either thing, I have a glue stick. You can use tape as well. So I'm just going to put a little glue in the corners. And then I'm going to pop it on here. And there's my cover, all set. And I'm going to make this one for the one that's walking through my living room right now. So this is for Poppy from Mama. Okay. So now I'm going to get my ideas. I have my list of ideas here. And I'm going to make a few of these. Let's see, what would Poppy like? I think she would like one trip to the park. How about that? How about, oh my gosh, this is kind of a given, but I'm going to do it anyways. One lifetime of saying Excuse my handwriting here. I love you. She's got a big smile from that one. How about 10 trips to the beach? And you could do little check marks, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you could check it off every time you go. What else would we like? Oh, here's a great one. How about, let's see, this is for her. I was about to do the house cleaning, but no, I already do that. I'm not going to do that. Breakfast in, whoops, bed. And it's okay if you make mistakes. It's all right. We could do another one, or we're just going to go with it right now. And this can only, it's only good on days that are not your birthday. So you can choose a special day to do something nice for someone. And it doesn't have to be because it's their birthday or because it's Mother's Day or because it's Father's Day or anything like that. It's just a nice thing to do.
I have a question.
Yes, what is your question?
I just joined. I don't know what the meaning of coupon book is. What do you do with it?
So what you do with it, this is a great question. Thank you for asking that. What you do with it is you can make the book that has all of these different things inside. Like, I'll show you again, like we're gonna have a game night together. We're gonna have a dance together. You're gonna clean the bathroom for me. So these are things that you can do for someone else. Does that, so it's not that you can think of different things that you can do with somebody special to you. And you can write it down. And instead of saying, hey, let's go do this today just off the top of your head, you can already have thought about it. And you can have all these things that you want to do with this person. And you can give that to them as a gift. And anytime when they see that book, first off, they'll think of you, right? And they'll think nice things about you, that you were thoughtful enough to think about things that would make that person's life a little nicer. You know, isn't it nice to do nice things for other people? Right? Isn't it nice to, yeah, right? What if, you know, you like taking a walk in the park, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you're making a book for your mom, and your mom likes taking a walk in the park too. Well, you can make a coupon that says this coupon is good for 10 walks in the park with me. And it's up to your mom to get the coupon and give it to you and say, hey, I am going to redeem. That means they're going to use their coupon. That's the thing with coupons, is that here's something in hand. It's like a ticket, right? Here's my ticket to go and take a walk with you, that we sort of planned it ahead of time, right? Yeah, it's just kind of a nice thing to do. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so.
I wonder, Pauline, if
Yes.
Sarah has a question,
Yeah.
because their hand is raised, but that might or might not. Okay, they've just lowered their hand. Go ahead.
Okay, so we have made, I'm going to go back to the coupon book now, okay? Here's our cover. And then here are some of the things that I want to share with this person. So now I want to finish making this. I'm going to go back to my piece of paper, my big old piece of paper. Sorry for all the crinkling. And again, I'm going to measure with what I have. Sorry, that's so close, right? So I have this piece, and then I have the rest of the paper bag. And I'm going to go ahead and cut around. Hold on for a second. This is, here we go. Flip it around. There we go. Cut that. Cut that. Get that out of the way. So now I have this, and I have a back part for it as well. Okay. Maybe I want to flip that around because it has a little bit of marking on it. Or maybe I just want to trim it a little more because I can do that. I'm gonna trim it a little more to make it look a little bit nicer. And again, it's totally up to you how you want to do this. The beauty of scissors, you can get a relatively straight line. If you have one of those paper cutters, you could try that. If there are crafters out there that have all this, the extra stuff, extra equipment, I have one of those straight edge paper cutters that have the measuring mat under it, but not everybody has that. So I just wanted to keep it as simple as possible. This can totally be just paper and pencil, like we said, or you can just keep adding to it and make it a little more special, I guess. It's going to be special because of what's in the book, not how it's made. Or yeah, all of the stuff that goes with it. Okay, so here we have this. And then I'm going to take my pieces and I'm going to put them in here, right? And then I'm going to put the other part on top. And I'm going to even it out as best I can. And here at this point, you can just staple it together. So I'm going to staple it, or, okay, I'm going to staple this one, and then I'll do one with a hole punch. And that's it. This book is done. It's as easy as that. What you could do if you don't like all of this space, so this is one I put together ahead of time. And as you can see, I took a piece of paper that was bright and that was in my recycling, and I just put it behind this title page. And I used some construction paper that I happen to have, and I put it together to give it a little bit of a flair to it, just to let it pop. And then inside, I kept the coupons 2 per page here, but I made a cut in the middle so that it made it easy to rip it out if it's a rip outable one, to hand to the person to say, hey, it's time to do this project together, or this activity. As you can see, I put some stickers down here that I happen to have, because sometimes there are a lot of stickers in the house. We've got our game night every Friday. No dish duties. Some of these, so this sort of is like an all the time coupons. And these coupons, if you notice, they have no expiration date. That means that they're good anytime. And again, that's something that's up to you. If you want to put an expiration date, for example, if these are things that are specific to a particular month or a particular year, then maybe you want to put some sort of time limit on it. But most coupon books that we make like this, there's no expiration date. And then I have some blank ones here. Okay, so this one I stapled together because I couldn't find my 1-hole punch. I have a 3-hole punch, which I can use, and that's what I used to make this little one. I'm going to go ahead and take this apart and show you. So this one has much smaller, it's a much smaller book. And these, again, are from a template that I found online that's for free. But I'm going to use the smaller ones that I told you about, that you can get from the library. So this looks like it's going to fit. And I'm just going to go ahead and use this because I already had it ready. And I'm going to cut it to fit this little book right here. Okay, so I'm going to cut these up again. You can keep working on your book if you want. I'm just showing you different styles of the books you can use. I hope that there's the start of ideas of what you can put in your book. My favorites, I'm telling you, if little kids are doing something for big people, those chores are golden, 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 golden. That makes your big people so happy. Okay. And since I know that that little cover that we're using is roughly the size of this, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this part of that coupon book cover off because I know that it's got to be a little smaller. Okay. I did not use any crayons or colored pencils, and that's just because I really don't know where they are anymore in my house. I have markers. I know where the glitter glue is, but I don't have that right now. I have so many pipe cleaners, all these different colors of pipe cleaners that can be used. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and put that together like that. And all of this extra is just recycling. There's my recycling. And throw that out of the way for a sec. Okay. And so here, looks like I need to cut it a little bit more right here. All right. Are there any questions? Because I could just keep making these little books forever.
I have a question.
Yes, what's your question?
Do you have more ideas to write in the coupon book?
There is a list of ideas that are available on the library's events page, I believe, where you registered for this.
Is it okay if you could send the link?
I think my chat person can help with that. Yes?
Yes, I will
Yes.
put some ideas in the chat.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I'm gonna just make a really quick one here. I see that my, oh, sorry, didn't mean to bump that. I'm just gonna pop that in there. I'm gonna use one side of the 3-hole punch because you don't have to use all of it, right? Because I just need 1 hole. And I did my hole. And then I'm gonna get a different pipe cleaner because my first one is already all floured up. So you've got your pipe cleaner. Oops, that's not a good one. Let me try something a little brighter so you can see it. There we go. Here's a pipe cleaner. And usually you just sort of bend it in half like that, right? And do a little twist. And then if you squish it a little bit, you could do another twist and another twist. And then you could twist it again. It really depends on what sort of shape you want to make. So I just made mine like a little bow. I could go back and bring this bottom part back up. And bring this back up. It really just depends on how you want to do it. That's the beauty of pipe cleaners. It's really easy and fun to make these. I'm just going to pop that through. And I'm going to straighten this one out just to get going on this. And pop it right through there. And it makes a cute little decoration. And for this part, you just twist it so that it stays down. You can even cut it because pipe cleaners can be cut. And I will put my coupon book. I will stick this on here with my glue. I might trim it a little bit more. I might put it on kind of sideways. And then it's ready to go. I have my little coupons in here. That was really easy and fun to make, right? You can put whatever ideas you want in there. You could even ask your big person, you know, what sorts of things do you like to do? And then that's where you can get really good ideas. Or just notice what they like. Maybe they like to do crossword puzzles. Maybe they like to have a cup of coffee in the morning. Maybe they like a cup of tea. There are all sorts of things that you can do that would be very thoughtful and wonderful to do as a gift for somebody who is special to you. So that was a really fun, easy thing to do. We all know what upcycling is now and how you can reuse items in your home that were just going to be put in the recycling anyway, right? Thank you. Thank you for spending a little bit of your afternoon with us. Are there any more questions? No? So if you loved the workshop today, if you just really love doing crafting, join us next Friday at 3 o'clock for another live workshop. This time you will learn how to make snow paintings with Miss Susan. That one's really fun and pretty. You can decorate for the holidays if you want to. Today's workshop will be available to view within 24 hours. So you'll be able to replay any of the parts you need to see again. So if there are some things about the coupon cutting or putting together that you have a question about, you can take a look at it again. That's all for today, folks. Take good care of yourselves. Be safe out there. Thank you, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Thank you, Pauline.
Yay!
Thanks everybody for coming.
Oh, I have one last thing to say. Oh my goodness. You see this up here? These are library bags that you can get from your SFPL to go. So when you go get your library books, get your library bag.